Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. Today I'm going to be doing an all signs reading going from Aries to Pisces. So take a look at the description box below or the pinned comment below. That's where you can find the timestamps. If you don't want to stay for the how do you listen to this kind of reading, what is this type of reading, and channel announcements, feel free to go ahead and start skipping your heart away. I love you. All right, for everybody who stayed, we are doing a postcard reading. That's right. I actually do use postcards as a form of divination. It's something that I've brought to the channel a little over a year ago. I've been collecting postcards for almost 30 years. There's over 200 cards in this basket. And I use them. I ask about each individual zodiac signs primary energy, overarching energy for your greatest and highest good. I pull a card, and then that card kind of gets us going on our way with what it is that you need to know about what's coming towards you for your greatest and highest good. And for some of you guys, this is just going to be confirmation, right? I suggest to take a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising. That way you can get a better scale on what it is that spirit and the universe is trying to bring forward towards you message wise. You can take like little notes, or you can just let your discernment kind of stand in the front as you listen to these messages. Cross watching is perfectly okay, but this isn't meant to be a love reading. If love does come forward, please use your discernment. And with all of these readings, come with an open heart and open mind. Do not force anything, all right? The second thing that I want to talk to you guys about is kind of like channel announcements. I'm a day late doing this. This is usually something that publishes on Saturday afternoons, but I had to go to the dermatologist and get some stuff kind of taken care of. So if you see some stuff on my face, I actually do have a bunch of makeup trying to cover up some band-aids. It's all good, but you guys should make sure that you are going to a doctor on a regular basis to make sure that your skin is good. Mainly because, especially if like you're a millennial baby, like none of us really grew up with sunblock. And some of us are reaping those rewards and consequences. So many prayers out to you guys for your health, making sure that everybody is okay. So if you like the way I read, if you've been here more than once and you like my energy, my messages resonate with you, please consider liking and subscribing, turning on that bell notification button. I've got this one channel on YouTube and I've got one page on Instagram. All that information is down below. If you want to work with me in any capacity, I do offer an array of services as far as coaching, venting, and personal tarot readings. That link is in the description box below. And then last but not least, if you are subscribed, subscribing is free, so definitely please, it helps grow the channel. But if you are subscribed, you can see that little join button down there with the little star next to it. If you are interested in joining the YouTube channel membership, I've got 2 levels there, but if you click the join button, you can read all about what is in store for those that are members, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the sign of Aries. Spirits bringing forward the information that you need to talk to the Aries about. Aries, as you see me shuffle these postcards, you guys can see the actual images on the postcards. I can't. It's all white on this side, right? So if you see an image that speaks to you, a place or something, feel free to pause the video and ask your guides or ask your intuition, what is it that you're trying to tell me about that particular image, all right? But for the Aries collective, sun, moon, and rising, what is it that you're wanting to say to them? This card, whatever this is. Let me check it first. Oh, okay, so this is a Studio Ghibli movie. That's Japanese animation movie. This is from Princess Mononoke. I'm feeling a big healing coming through. 1997 could be significant for you guys. A healing coming through. So this is a forest spirit, but this is like the one that think of the Disney movie Bambi, if you guys have ever seen that or kind of trying to retrace it back in your memory. Bambi's father, when he walks through the forest, like all of the creatures kind of stop and look. And at the end of the movie, he kind of saves Bambi, or towards the middle end of the movie, he kind of saves Bambi, or no, towards the end of the first act, I guess he kind of saves Bambi from danger. And this particular creature, though it's not the exact same thing, the energy is kind of the same, and he saves one of the characters from danger. So there's this very large presence around you, and don't take large as literal. It could just be figurative. There's a spirit guide, an angel or something. There's a passed on relative, grandfather or something that is around you that is helping you through a healing, and maybe even could be saving you from something going worse than it could be, right? Those of you guys who saw my introduction, I was talking about I had to go to the dermatologist to get some stuff looked at. Maybe this is, and I'm not a doctor, you know, you have your own discernment, and I'm only talking to adults here. So from one adult to another adult, maybe you need to go ahead and make that dental appointment, or that primary care appointment, or annual appointment, or something to get yourself looked at. If you're feeling guided, if me saying this is kind of like a reminder for you, then take that as the last sign you need to actually make that phone call or get on the computer and make that appointment. But I don't think that's going to be everybody's story. I feel like really more than anything, there's this spirit that's trying to come through, that's trying to quietly help you ascend and align to your future purpose. I'm going to show you guys this card one more time. What's coming towards the Aries collective, sun, moon, and rising for their greatest and highest good that they need to know about? Now, I was told to use these cards right here, and they can get a little explicit, so we'll see what's coming out. The Ten of Swords in the reverse. It could be recovery from a connection where you're like, you just didn't trust it. Or it could be you being pushed out of a situation before they have the openness to you or access to you to stab you in the back multiple times. Again, figuratively. This is like the idea of surviving something that could have gone much worse, right? The next 7 days, escaping ruin, essentially, because there's a guide, or you get a phone call, or you listen to this tarot message. And if this is a confirmation for you guys, then it would be like your intuition already knew that something was coming, that this particular connection or this particular person or this particular situation was not going to be good for you. So make the excuse to not show up or say no, Aries. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, something's not working out. Something, Three of Cups. Something you're connected to, Aries. Three of Pentacles. Threes are coming up, 2 3s. And then the number 6, right? So you might see 33 a lot. It's a master teacher number. Sorry, my nail was getting all weird. You might see 33 pop up in your awareness a lot. Master teacher number, or you might see 333, or you might see the number 6 pop up a lot. I mean, we are in the 6th month of the year, so that could be significant for you. And essentially what's happening is that there is this energy around you that is causing you to not just be like off balance, but however you are approaching it, you might have this want for it to stay, or this want for it to grow, or this need from like a place of lack, because this card is in the reverse. Like, it's a situation where you wanted it to work, but you're making peace with the idea that it's not. It is not going to work for you. And for some of you guys, this is a relationship, or this is a resurgence of a potential relationship. You know, like there was, you were projecting that a possibility for potential in a relationship. For some of you guys, this is a reconciliation with a friend or a family member or an old lover, and you thought for sure, we were meant to play this game with each other for much longer than you were slowly realizing this week than you were. Essentially what I'm getting is, I think that you thought that and it could be a job and it could be a person. So I'm just going to go down the line of it being a person. I think that based off of these cards, you thought that you and this particular person were going to spend the rest of your lives together, either as friends, family members, or lovers, right? And now you're waking up, and it could be because of the shove from the spirit guide that, no, I've already learned the lessons from this. There's nothing more that I can gain from this as a person. And so there was definitely a contract. You would have felt a pull towards this person with this Three of Pentacles, but it came out in the reverse. You would have definitely felt a pull towards this person or this job or this situation for sure, because there was something that you were supposed to learn from it. But this energy is coming towards you to help you know when it's time to stop. All right, Aries, know when it's time to stop. Know when walking away is for your greatest and highest good. And it's not that there's no reason to beat yourself up. And some people look at these kind of situations and they say, well, it's not a spirit contract. It's not a soul contract. It was just a bad decision. Well, but that bad decision was meant to happen in your life so that you could learn and grow from it. And for some, not for all, it could be a bad decision if you stayed, because it's just going to show you the same lesson over and over again. Right? So there's this call to not become comfortable. I was talking about this in one of the readings I did for the Light Council membership collective here. And I said, like, it's the idea of, like, you've already gone through the 8th grade. There's no reason to keep going through the 8th grade. Like, just because you're comfortable, you know all the teachers, because you know that particular part of the school. I mean, the environment around you is still going to keep changing. You're meant to change with it. All right, Aries. I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments down below if this is where we part. Then I bid you adieu, and I love you so very much. Until next time. But don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Okay, guys? Comment down below. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Okay, so now I'm shuffling for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, if you see a card pop out or some sort of symbolism or some sort of place in these postcards and it speaks to you, feel free to pause, okay? But I'm gonna call on the spirit guides for your greatest and highest good to tell me what it is that I need to talk to Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising about for their greatest and highest good. What do they need to hear about that will help them understand maybe a lesson? All right, here we go. This is the card. This is a Jeep or like a G-Wagon or something like that. But when I first saw it, I thought of the Ghostbusters car. For whatever reason, I thought it was that Ghostbusters car, that long hearse sort of thing. And that could be significant. And the sheer fact that everything in this card is dry. Wherever, this isn't going to be for every Taurus, take it as it resonates, but for what I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, you've already gotten what a particular place that you're trying to make work has already been sucked bone dry. This isn't going to be for everybody, but for some of you guys, it could be like a relationship and you both know that it's over. Or maybe you're the first one waking up to the sheer fact that it's over. Like, it's not going to grow. Y'all don't see eye to eye. Y'all don't have the same values anymore. Y'all have outgrown it. And it might not be a relationship. Take it as it resonates. But it looks like this person is walking back to this car. So I guess if I were to make like a whole scenario of this card for you, Taurus, this car is driving. It's in a desolate sort of energy. Maybe you had this want or this need to separate from something. You left. You just said, that's it, leaving with the clothes on my back, or I'm just leaving because I already know that even if I keep on driving, it's just going to be more of the same. You run out of gas, you just leave. But this person looks like they might have found a gas station somewhere and is coming back to the car to refill it. So you might have left a situation, looked at a situation and said, I don't want to be here anymore. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, we got interrupted because the yard crew came. And I very specifically, I sent them a text and I said, hey, you guys are running late. Don't bother coming until either at whatever time I said or tomorrow. And I think that is significant here. So this is either you walking back towards a situation that you thought was dead and gone, or this is somebody else walking back towards a situation. In other words, asking to come back in, asking to be back with you, asking, maybe filling you out to see if they've got access to you anymore, or if maybe we can kind of make things work. But if you zoom out, like if everybody was coming to the table with awareness and not ego, then you'd be able to see that the situation is dead and dry. And somebody in here might be having an issue with boundaries. Right, because I was talking about everything that happens in and around a reading is significant. So like I was talking about, I texted the yard crew and I said, hey, please don't come at this time. You were late, so please don't come at this time because now I'm recording. And then they did, and it's because the guy wasn't looking at his phone. And after one conversation, everything's good. They're moving on to the next house. It's good. But you might need to have a conversation to restate boundaries if you don't have this person blocked, or maybe you can't have this person blocked because of whatever situation. Maybe you have kids with this person or something. But where did I get this card from? I'm trying to figure out where this card came from for the Taurus. I don't know where I got this card. Oman. 1984 could be significant. The number 34, you could be 34 or born in March. 1978 could be significant as well, or 78 could be significant. And then number 9, so September, the month of September could be significant for you. What's coming towards the Taurus that they need to be most aware of? Like, whatever it is, to one person, it's pretty obvious that this situation is dead and gone, right? And to another person, and the roles might have to be reversed, they haven't figured it out yet, all right? For the Taurus, what's going on with Taurus, please? The Queen of Cups, is it the Queen of Cups? The King of Cups in the reverse, could be dealing with the water sign. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. The Nine of Cups in the upright, and then the the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. There's anxiety even that you're not going to get the freedom that you asked for. There's anxiety around the release of this. Like, it's so obvious to me. How is it not obvious? That conversation, right? Like, I think we're done. Or I already told you, don't call me on my phone at work or something, something like that, right? And again, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation, but it has been a long time coming for you, Taurus, for you to finally feel secure enough to make this move, to walk out of the vehicle that wasn't going anywhere, right? To go and do your own thing, to live your own life. And so there might be somebody that's coming back that wants to challenge that, just to make sure that, you know, you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And I do feel like you're going to be facing your fears and releasing it and feeling empowered enough to say something about it. All right. For the Taurus, let's see if I can get you just a couple more cards on what's on the other side of this road for you guys. The Nine of Cups looks good. The Ten of Pentacles, hey, love and joy and a better match on the other side, right? This could be a family situation. You know, this literally could be a family. You take it as it resonates, but at the end of the day, Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles at the top, in the upright. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's that you're not going to miss happiness. You just have to make sure that you stand your ground, because it's pretty obvious that whatever past situation this is, it's not meant to go into your Nine of Cups, 10 of Pentacles future. All right, Taurus. I hope that helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. All right. Let me know in the comments down below. Let the universe know that you claim your Nine of Cups and your 10 of Pentacles. And until next time. Mwah. All right, let's move on. Here we go for Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Gemini, if you see a card pop up and it speaks to you in some way, shape, or form, I can't see it, but you can. Consider, you can pause the video and ask your spirit guides what it is that they are trying to tell you. It could be a synchronicity. It could be a confirmation for you. All right, for the Gemini, what is it that you're trying to talk to the Gemini about for their greatest and highest good? Hawaii, a vacation, going off in the water. For those of you guys who are Gemini suns, this could be talking about you guys parasailing for your birthday. By the way, happy birthday to those guys who are two people. Look at that. Experiencing fun together. You might be going off and exploring an emotional connection with somebody. Somebody potentially that you want to feel secure with. Somebody that you've got some passion towards. One of the parasails is red and one of them is orange. So if we're looking at the chakra system, we got yellow on here too. So it's like lower half kind of stuff for the Gemini. But the water right here is talking to me about emotions. And then as they're skirting the top of the water, it could be like a new connection for you, Gemini. Walking parallel with somebody as well. Hawaii, the beach, tropical islands could be significant. 99 could be significant for you. Let me see what else we got for the Geminis. 27. Trade winds and a flat ocean create the perfect conditions for wind sailing. The perfect conditions. The perfect conditions. It could be you and your partner or somebody to smooth sailing this week. There's nobody's getting upset. Everybody's kind of chill. Everybody's kind of happy. The perfect conditions for Gemini. The Justice in the reverse. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. The High Priestess in the reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Strength card. The perfect conditions could be that somebody's biting their tongue, Gemini. Because it literally says dishonesty. And then with the Strength card here, I might be picking up on a Gemini who's, what if this is very specific, but what if this was a thing? Like you planned a trip with somebody a long time ago and there's been some bad blood between the two of y'all since. And maybe some stubbornness comes to play. And this is very specific. And y'all decide to go on the trip anyways. Or this could be talking about yourself this whole entire time with these two parallel energies, right? Gemini being the twins. You could be trying to enjoy yourself. But the other half of the brain, like you could be trying to enjoy yourself down here in the 3D world, but you're ignoring a little bit of your intuition with the High Priestess coming out in the reverse. You guys are gonna have to take it as it resonates. Normally I'm doing one spread for each sign, but I guess I need to dig a little bit more, and for your birthday I will. The Gemini was coming towards the Gemini, the Two of Swords. The Hermit card. So this could all be internal. You could have recently gone on some trip and it wasn't the relaxation that you wanted. It didn't get you centered and grounded like you wanted, or you're worried about going on a trip. I just keep getting that with the Hawaii guys. I mean, you could live in Hawaii and be like, what's she talking about? I don't need to go on a trip. I live in paradise. But again, take it as it resonates. The Five of Swords in the reverse. There's this, I don't want to fight anymore. At the bottom of, and it literally says inner conflict. The Page of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like if this is a love reading, You're trying to keep the peace. To what avail, I don't know. But I can't get this out of my head. Like, if we argue, cuss, or fight, if you don't know me by now, then you'll never ever know me. It's Simply Red song. You have a tough decision coming up, Gemini, with this person. If this is outside of yourself, hell, you could be arguing with your own subconscious or your own conscious in this time, and not saying anything to the other person that you are rattled with conflicting thoughts and feelings, maybe for that person. What is this Two of Swords all about for Gemini, please? The Nine of Cups in the reverse. I might be talking to a Gemini that is trying to separate from a problematic connection with somebody, and you haven't quite found the words yet, or you haven't quite found the footing in that yet, made peace with it yet. The Strength card did come out. So there is this possibility for you to tame the fighting forces that you have in your head, Gemini, for you to get the most logical twin to come to the forefront, if you will. In other words, you do have it within you to focus on what needs to be focused on to overcome this conflict that you have with this person, and use your discernment. But overcoming could mean coming to the table and having a conversation about compromise, and overcoming it could also mean coming to the table and having a conversation about release of you guys' relationship. All right, let me get y'all some advice just because it's y'all's birthday. I did a whole 2 spreads for y'all, and then some advice for the Gemini's greatest and highest good. The Tower in the reverse. That's, it's awesome that the Tower came out in the reverse for you, because you also did get the Strength card. So you literally can be the one that sets this story straight and avoid greater harm. It's also the sooner is better than later kind of thing. So if this is a truth or a conversation that you've been dragging your feet on and you needed a sign, this is your sign. All right, Gemini, I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. Please consider liking and subscribing on your way out. Until next time, Gemini, we're moving on. Thank you. Okay, for the Cancers, trying to figure out for the Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what it is that Spirit needs you to be aware of for your greatest and highest good. Using these postcards to figure it out for you. For the Cancer, what is it that you are trying to bring forward for the Cancer? Here we go. I'm trying not to look. I'm trying not to look. I just got this for the Gemini. I just got a Hawaii reference for the Gemini. And then this is Oahu specifically. So I don't know if you're a Gemini cusper. And if you'd like to, I mean, we're all adults, but if you'd like to watch the Gemini reading that I just did, completely up to you. But I just noticed out of 200 cards, I pretty much got a pretty close card to that one. Cancer, I like the confirmation here with this water energy for you. So emotions are raising high, and I feel like you're trying to make sure that you control your emotions. I'm getting real King of Cups energy. Like, you don't want to be the King of Cups in the upright. Like, you don't want to be the person that loses your shit. You don't want to be the person that becomes overtly emotional. There's an emotional wave that you are trying to navigate right now. Sometimes when I look at waves like this, I get in and out energy. So that could be significant for you, Cancer. Pipeline, pipeline. Oahu's northern shore offers surfers from throughout the world some of the most challenging surf conditions available anywhere. So you could be reaching an emotionally challenging part in your life. And you might be noticing that it is taking you all of your strength to not get pulled down. All right. So utilizing the skills that you've learned up to this point in your life to not become irate or imbalanced with your emotions, or, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. I mean, you would already know if this was your story, right? for the Cancer, greatest and highest good. So I don't know what this is about, so take it as it resonates. All right, for the Cancer's greatest and highest good, what is coming towards the Cancer that they need to be most aware of, please? The Magician in the reverse. Yeah, you are really trying not to be out of touch with the lessons that you've learned thus far. So I'm getting a Cancer that has a toolkit filled with things that they use to help them ground themselves and you know, be a little bit more zen. I see you frantically in that toolbox. It's like a chest, like pulling out all this kind of stuff, so that you can stop with your emotions. The Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Devil card in the upright, and then at the bottom of the deck, I can't show you her little chi-chis are on there, but this is the Star card in the reverse. So despair is coming up. A broken home, loss of something, a divorce, lack of stability here for some of you guys. And then the Devil card is the only thing that's in the upright. Magician in the reverse, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, and the Star card in the reverse. Cancer, you could be going through a breakup. You could be going through a separation. You could be going through a situationship that isn't working out. I say situationship because the Devil card, right? Third party sort of thing. Not for all of you guys, but also too, the water could be significant because of where you live. So you could live next to water. Why is this Devil card here for Cancer, please, Spirit? The Justice in the reverse. Yeah, some of you guys, it is definitely a breakup. And it feels unfair. And that's why you are trying not to become the shadow side of Cancer. All right, so this is acknowledgement of present energy or soon-to-be energy. So I want to see how, because I saw you in a chest trying to pull out all of the tools that you've learned up till now. So how can we help the Cancer navigate this situation, please? The Six of Cups in the reverse. The Hangman, that came out in the upright. I already figured out this story, right? So there could be some regrets. But the thing is, like, that you have to understand that relationships don't just end. And I've been talking about this for a while. And I think that's because there's a few people, a few zodiac signs that are kind of going through something like this, Cancer, so you're not alone. But relationships don't just end. There's the same argument over and over again, or the same misstep that happens over and over again, or the same void that's not being filled in a healthy way. And it just grows larger and larger and larger until especially if you don't have two people working to chisel at the problem together, to overcome the problem together. If you've got one person that feels like they're giving more than the other one, then you're gonna grow apart. Those problems are gonna become bigger. The holes are gonna be so big it becomes a sinkhole, and there's no foundation for a relationship, right? So there's always cycles and patterns and behaviors, and sometimes that lead up to a breakup. And sometimes we want so badly to ignore the negative so that we can remain in the positive, so that we can just, I love you, I want to be with you. But love is the start. When you're in a committed and long-term relationship, it takes every day consistently showing up. All right, with the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's telling me like somebody's not letting go of a narrative, and what needs to happen in order for you to help navigate this is for you to see the whole thing for what it was, to see where it initially started breaking, right? To see how you showed up, how the other person showed up, how you didn't show up, how the other person didn't show up, the whole narrative, not just one side of the story, not just the side of the story that is getting you to this part, right? So a little bit more here. The King of Cups, I felt King of Cups energy and it came up. I like that confirmation, okay? So that's you. The Eight of Swords, what you don't see, Cancer, is here's the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So for those of you guys who it is a breakup, it is a separation, right? The Nine of Pentacles is saying you're gonna be okay. But the Eight of Swords is telling me that it's going to take you mastering, utilizing those tools that you've learned thus far. And for some of you guys, it's a theory that you've heard through social media or in therapy or from a friend who's a little bit more elevated or healthy or something like that, and you've never actually put those theories into play. Well, this is your opportunity to put the theory into play, like how to ground yourself, how to stabilize yourself, how to know what your triggers are, how to overcome, how to heal, how to forgive, how to truly become the bright side of the King of Cups, male or female, it doesn't matter. But the King of Cups is compassionate, caring, affectionate, friendly, but is also the ultimate person who is level-headed in an emotional situation. So you have the skills. You were born with the skills. It's knowing that the only person that's getting in the way right now of you seeing things differently is yourself. And some of you guys might be like, well, this person did that. Well, this person did that. Let's not focus on what the person did. Let's focus on where your experience, but from a bird's eye view. Like, you're going to get to the point this week, Cancer, where you can kind of step back and look at the whole thing, or zoom out and look at the whole thing. And if you haven't been able to do that towards the end of the week, then I would definitely have prayer in the hand, have a prayer in your head that says, talk to the universe, talk to spirit, talk to your spirit guides to say, align me with the knowledge that I need to become steady with my emotions in this. Align me with what the true narrative and not just the story that I'm telling myself. I'm getting like a Cancer who, and again, some of you guys are not going to like this. And if the roles need to be reversed, then reverse it. But I'm getting a Cancer that quickly went into victimhood. Again, this person did this person did that. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about you. Well, I did this. Well, I get it. I get it. You don't need to prove anything to me, honey. But what you need to do is show yourself how you can look at the whole situation, allow it to teach you something, and then put a new perspective into play, right? But at the end of the day, Cancer, Nine of Pentacles means that if this is a breakup, if this is a release that you have, you are going to be okay. This is a lesson that you can surely overcome, all right? All right, Cancer, I pray that helped you in some way, shape, or form. Let me know in the comments down below. If you're a Cancer that has already gone through something like this, and this is like your last week's story or last month's story, then I would definitely encourage you to go down to the comments to encourage the other Cancers that are going through this. Maybe give them a little tips and tricks to understand that they are not alone, and there are some energies that are positive that they can lean on to grow as a person. I love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's move on. All right, Leo and Leo placements. Leo, come to this reading with an open heart and open mind, using the postcards to try to get overarching energy for you. Leo, if you see a postcard or a picture or a figure that kind of resonates with you, don't hesitate to pause. What do we have for the Leos, sun, moon, and rising, please? The Leos that are here today, what do we need to talk to them about? S. The letter S. Well, my name is Shawnee, and this could tell you the reason why I bought this card so many years ago. I think I bought, oh yeah, there's tape on the back of here. I bought this card in the 90s. Either probably my junior or senior year of high school. So 98, 99, and 2000 could be significant for you, Leo. 1969, August. The letter S could be significant for you, but I'm also getting a hiding behind something. Security, feeling more secure in your energy and more secure in your knowing about something for the Leos. This could be with your kids, or this could be around love for the Leos. More secure in knowing something. All right, here we go. What do we have for the Leos, please? The word serenity is coming up as well. Safety and security for the Leo. What's coming towards the Leos, please, Spirit? Ace of Cups. Satisfaction. The Knight of Swords. Here you go, Leo. The Leo energy is coming up for the Leos. I love that. The Page of Cups in the reverse. What satisfaction can thou have tonight? Romeo and Juliet. Juliet to Romeo saying, and I got the satisfaction off the S, guys. But Romeo, Juliet's leaving the presence of Romeo. And then Romeo says, must you leave me so unsatisfied? And she goes, what satisfaction could you have tonight? And then he talks about getting true love's kiss. I do feel like the Page of Cups is telling me that you've dealt with a lot of, in the reverse, it's telling me that you've dealt with a lot of immature people. So you might have somebody that approaches you this week, Leo, in the energy of romantic love. And your assumption, and that's why you're behind this S, like this is my security. Your assumption is that they're going to be approaching you with some player ass shit. but I don't know if I think it just presents that way because they are so abrupt. But I don't know if that's their intentions. Let's see. For the Leo, what is coming towards the Leo, please? The Eight of Swords in the reverse, trying to get out of your own way. The Nine of Pentacles in the upright. It's time for, I'm getting it's time for mom, or it's time for, I'm getting two single parents, male or female, it doesn't matter, but it's time for mom to have her own time to go out and have some fun is what I'm getting. The High Priestess in the reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. So your biggest thing is you want to make sure that you don't forget all of the lessons you've learned up to this point. If this is your story, Leo, don't force anything, okay? I'm a Leo and I'm married. Okay, well, I think I'm talking to the single Leos then. You don't want to swing so far to the left where you turn your inner voice off, or you turn your intuition off, or your discernment off. But you also don't want to swing so far to the right that you're completely naive in this. And I do feel like you're kind of playing the center game right now. So essentially what I'm getting is you going out and dating, meeting somebody, perfect timing for you to exercise the knowledge that you've gained up to this point in your life. And I kind of said something like this in the Cancer reading, but it was a little bit different. But I feel like, especially with this Wheel of Fortune coming out, right? I feel like the fates and the universe and spirit as a whole is trying to get us to put ourselves back out there so that we can prove to ourselves that we have grown and we're not going to make the same mistakes. And I feel like that's for you, Leo. Like, you're not going to make the same mistakes that you've made in the past with the type of men or women or people that you select to be around or to sleep with or to have, go out on dates on, because your discernment is higher. You're more aware of self, especially with this Leo. You're more aware of what it is that you want and what it is that you deserve. So essentially this is spirit saying, like, yeah, you've collected enough experiences, but you also gotta, like, what does a collection of experiences mean if you're not going to be able to use them, right? For the Leo. The Sun card in the reverse. Get out of the negative mindset that not all men are bad. Not all women are hoochie mamas. like, don't get you. And then I don't even want to hear this either. I can't stand it when I see this. Like, all Virgos suck. All Virgo men suck. They don't. You were just at a stage in your life where you weren't selecting the correct Virgos. And that could be for somebody in here. That was just an example. I'm not bashing anybody. But in order for you to start attracting healthier partners, you yourself have to become healthier so that you can select the right partners. So don't dog yourself. Don't dig on yourself. You are waking up to being able to make the correct selections. Somebody said, I saw this a while ago, somebody on Instagram, I think it was like a relationship coach or something. And one of the ladies that had bought a session from her saying, well, I just keep selecting the wrong men. And she said, you don't keep, only the wrong men are attracted to me. And she was like, no, a lot of different men are attracted to you, but your wounds are causing you to select the same type of men. So it's through the healing that you have done, for the Leo that I'm talking to, it's through the healing that you have done where you've got to trust that you're not going to select those same type of men. It's always been a plethora of different men that have been attracted to you. Your wounds have taken you to this direction. But now you're open to, oh crap, I didn't even notice there were healthy men out here, or women, or whatever. I didn't even notice it because my past was keeping me, my trauma was keeping me looking over here. I had no clue. So trust that the universe is here to try to give you a healthy partner, and they are out there. So yes, mama can go out and date and feel good about herself. And yes, daddy can go out and date and feel good about himself. I hope that helped. Leo, let me know in the comments down below. That is a great energy to be in. Just releasing the negative self-talk and just letting it be what it be, because you trust yourself to do so now. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, guys. Let's move on. All right, we're shuffling for Virgos now. What do we have for Virgos? Sun, moon, and rising. Virgos, you can see the postcards, but I can't. So if there's like some sort of symbology or a place or a space or something that you're like, oh my goodness, feel free to pause and take a look at it. Ask your spirit guides what it is that they're trying to tell you. Some of you guys, sometimes it happens where you just automatically know, oh, I've been to that place. That must be my reading. All right, for the Virgos, your card came out. What do we have for the Virgos that they need to be aware of? Here we go. I think I got this card in UAE. Yeah, it says Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I got this card. If I got this card in UAE, that means that I must have got this card in 2009. And then for whatever reason, Michael Jackson comes up. This is it. Who am I talking to? Virgo. So I could be talking to a Virgo who is a Michael Jackson fan. And then, man, I was so sad when he passed. I was literally deployed to UAE when he was in London getting ready for the show. And I was saving my money up because as soon as I got back to the States, I was going to fly to London to go and watch that show. I'm going off on a tangent. Virgo, does that mean something to you? What I'm getting for you coming forward is, I hope it's not a lot of shopping. Somebody gonna be like, you just called me out, girl. Is it? Are you shopping for a bunch of expensive items? It could be car shopping. I'm seeing a lot of vehicles. Mode of transportation. This could be confirmation that you're on the right track with shopping for another vehicle or a new vehicle, Virgo. This is literally the only thing I'm getting off of here is shopping for you. This is a camel market. And now I'm hearing, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work harder. 7117, the number 17, the number 22 coming up for the Virgo. Honestly, this could be a reward for all of the hard work that you've done. This is obviously not going to be everybody's reading. Go check out your other placements, Virgo, after you watch this if it doesn't resonate with you. But I just cannot get shopping out of my head. Virgo, what's coming towards the Virgo, please? The King of Pentacles. You're ready to invest in something, and it might not be a vehicle, right? But it's something. And it's taken a lot of endurance to get to this place to where you're ready to invest, right? So if we're talking about love, the King of Pentacles is somebody who's ready to invest in a relationship into somebody else. They're centered enough, grown enough, self-aware enough, right? Male or female, it doesn't matter. So you could be shopping for your next soulmate, your next partner, the next most soulmate-like or soulmate energy. You could be looking for a work partner. And a Lamborghini. I don't know. I'm getting for the Virgo. It's not that I don't know. I just don't. I'm not going to know how it resonates for each of you guys, right? All right. Oh, look at this. The Judgment card. The Magician in the reverse. And then the Temperance card here. So we got a lot of earth energy. So we've got, you know, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. But then we also have some Sagittarius energy. The number 14 could also be significant for you. The number 2020 could have been significant. It could have been like a lead up since 2020. You've been investing in this thing and now you're ready to invest in yourself. It could be leaving a job and then you get that severance pay or that, you know, that stipend or whatever, that retirement pay, and then you go and you invest it into a new car or a new house, or in, you know, for some of you guys, you could be going out and buying cattle of some sort. I mean, I'm from Texas, so who knows? And I come from ranchers. We had a ranch growing up as a kid. I am getting for you over the next week that you might feel out of touch. If this is going back into the dating game, you might feel out of touch with, like, what are they doing out here in these streets now? You might have lost touch with one particular person, though, for the Virgo. What is this Magician in the reverse about for Virgo? The Page of Cups in the reverse. A lot of you guys, this is about obsessing over a relationship of the past and then maybe trying to break free of that. Let me get a little bit more for the Virgo, please. I'll do another full spread. The Five of Wands in the reverse. Something wasn't working out. You and this other person. And you might be wanting to come together with this person again. Let's see here. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Seven of Cups in the reverse for the Virgo. And then the Star card. I got to cover her up because she's naked. The Star card in the upright. This isn't going to be everybody's story because not everybody wants to go back to energy of the past. But for some of you guys, you might be tempted to, because, and I see lack of choices. This isn't going to be everybody's story. You can cuss at me if you want to. You can say, no, this isn't my story if you want to. It literally helps out the algorithm, and I'm not going to get offended. I won't even respond. I'll just like it. Thank you for helping me out, Virgo person. But I am getting a very specific Virgo, and you're going to know who you are, who is obsessed with, or I'm going to use obsessed, thinking a lot lately about a connection from the past. The Star card is here saying, like, this person is like center stage in your mind, in your heart right now. And that could even mean something for some of you guys, right? The fact that I said center stage. And you're not able to shake it, lack of focus. What you saw in the dating world, if you were dating other people or involved with other people, there's this idea of, I've got to get this person out of my mind, so let me go and date some other people. And that didn't work out. Because for the Virgo that I'm talking to, this thing wasn't perfect, or it didn't reach what you thought you were supposed to be attracted to or still connected to or whatever. Like there was an unhealthy, toxic dynamic between you and this person, or maybe there was a part of you that thought that you could get better. Now I'm hearing myself say this: if the roles need to be reversed, please be an adult and reverse them. But then again, if you want to cuss at me about that too, that's fine. I say that because people really do get mad. But there's this idea of coming together after some time apart. Maybe this other person, like you, looked at the connection with you and said, the other person said, I can do better. Or this isn't working. I'm getting a relationship that needed some time apart. I'm getting a connection that needed some time apart. And neither one of y'all want to come together. Five of Wands in the reverse, battle fatigue. Neither one of you guys want to come together and retrace old steps. It's like two people that want to put the past in the past and build a new foundation. For the Virgo, please. The High Priestess in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Six of Swords in the upright. Scared. worried about stability. The repressed feelings are coming up as well for you, Virgo. And just wanting some relief. Some of you guys, you're not going to go back to this other person, but the energy is still there, right? So what this could be is an opportunity for you to look at it from all different angles, to allow the memories to flow back in, and not to shop around, Virgo. This is getting deep, all right? So if this is your story, just let me know in the comments down below. If you want to just put a little Virgo zodiac symbol down there, I'll understand. I'll like your comment. But maybe it's just really trying to look at the whole thing for what it really is. And maybe if the past was toxic and the people that you were trying to date out in the outside world were toxic, maybe you're kind of trying to take a look back and evaluate everything and try to figure out why. Because then at that point, the common denominator would be the person that's looking at me right now, right? You are wanting to invest. The King of Pentacles, you are wanting to, your money could be good. You could be good, with your career and all that. And you could be looking to share something with somebody else. And it could be this other person, but then it also could be, I have to stop saying that this other person ruined my life because I went into these other relationships and they were still not giving or they were still unhealthy. So let me fix this here first. And then I really it's prioritizing fixing this here first so that I can become male or female, the strong love partner that somebody else needs. And I can attract the love partner that I also need at this point in my life. And I'm going to use need. And I'm going to really hope that you don't look at it like you need somebody to fill a void. But we are humans who are social creatures, and there's nothing wrong with you saying, I'd like to be in a relationship. I don't need a relationship, but I kind of want somebody to be in a relationship with. So for me, I'm going to become healthy. I'm going to stop looking at and focusing on the toxic that happened in my life. I'm going to take each connection, each relationship as a learning moment. I'm going to fix what I can in myself right now, and then I'm going to put myself back out there and find a better partner. So maybe that's where the shopping comes in. All right, Virgo, you have it within you. I have been in this energy before, Virgo, and trust me when I say, when you do align what is aligned with you, and that healthier version of self is so much better. Bigger, better, and healthier. Even if it means it's the other person. Even if it means it's the other person, even if it means it's a new person. I hope that helped, Virgo. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. All right, we're going to move on. Bye. Okay, we're moving on to Libra and Libra placements. Libra, come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. My intention with these readings are just to talk to people about what's coming forward. And if love comes forward, take it as it resonates. Don't force anything. And if the roles need to be reversed, reverse them. So what's the overarching energy for Libra? Sun, moon, and rising, please. Where are we bringing to? All the way to the front? The first card. Okay, all the way to the front, the first card. Here we go. I think I got this card in... It's Chinatown. But is this in San Francisco? Yeah. So I would have got this card in 97. Yeah. So 1997, San Francisco could be 1997, then San Francisco, then California could be significant, then San Francisco could be significant. And I'll tell you what I was doing. I think I was 16 years old, because I'd been to San Francisco a few times, but I was 16 years old, and my uncle worked in the city at the time. He worked for Yahoo, and he said, as long as you can drive me to work, you can borrow my truck. And it was a stick. 16. Thank God I had been driving at that point for well over a year. So I was 16 years old in the city of San Francisco driving a stick with these hills. I stalled out a few times. But I got to where I needed to go. I'll tell you what, determination back in those days were high. All right, 34 could be significant. The number 49. The letter E could be significant as well. 101. What did I say? Determination was high. That's what I said, right? And then I see there's one of the signs on here says express. So, and then now I'm hearing we shall overcome in my head for the Libra. Determination is high. It's a portal, Libra, that you're walking through. Timeline shift, whatever you want to say. New life. Full card energy. And you're wanting to get the ground, wanting to hit the ground running. But I feel like in this new chapter of yours, Libra, maybe you might have had this preconceived notion that once you did your timeline shift or got in sync or aligned with, you know, your higher self or your future self or something, that things would be a lot easier. But I don't feel like you're finding the ease right outside the gate, you know? I want to let you know that I'm seeing these two lions right here. And in feng shui, like having a lion in front of your house or in front of some sort of portal or gate like this is protection. So you are highly protected. And then now I'm hearing, ancestors, hear my plea, help me not to make a fool of me, which is from the Disney movie Mulan. So, I mean, you're being watched over. Pisces could be significant here. I see two fish, dragons, and monkeys. So some of that could be like your Chinese zodiac sign wanting to hit the ground running, but kind of not expecting things to still be challenging in this new portal for Libra. Not to say you're not going to overcome, but yeah, look at this, 2 of Wands. Still looking at it like, and some of you guys could be afraid to take this new step, start this new chapter, because you're worried that, I mean, it's not going to all be fun times, and life is still out there. Life is still going to life. It's just going to be in a new chapter, right? The thing you have to understand about that, Libra, is I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing on this card. The thing you have to understand about that, Libra, is, yeah, there's still going to be challenges, but if it's confirmation. But if you allow yourself to take each lesson as it comes, you become better equipped to overcome the challenges. But you're over here praying for, let me know in the comments down below. I'm noticing that there's hills over here, and this guy is trying not to look at the hills. He's trying to find which way is going to have the path of least resistance. But nevertheless, the hills still exist. It's almost like you're praying to your God or the heavens or something, or trying to manifest, like, I'm okay with learning lessons, but can I just have the easy lessons now, right? Been through enough hard shit for the Libra. All right, here we go. What do we have coming towards the Libra? Oh, the 6 of Cups wanted to fly out. Let's see if it comes out again. I don't know. All right. You could be you could be trying to bury the past. Whatever that means for you, okay? I say it loosely for the Libra. The world card. I almost said the portal card. To look at this timeline shift. Libra, I claim the new. Put it in the comments down below. I claim this new timeline. Achievement, completion. Here we go. The Hermit in the reverse, putting yourself right back out there. Worried that if you're going to fit in. Feeling isolated. A little bit of loneliness, maybe taking you out of the house. The 5 of Swords in the reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Moon card. yeah, you're entering into a new timeline for yourself and a new portal, a new chapter for yourself. I mean, it's not even your birthday season for those of you guys who are Libra sun. So I might be talking to Libras, people that have Libra and other placements more than the Libra sun, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Like the way that the planets are moving right now, like a lot of people are waking to this idea of alignment with a different version of self, a future version of self. And it's okay to be confused about what the future holds. And it's okay to be a little scared. But the biggest thing that the universe is trying to get you to do is to not stay stuck, to keep moving forward. Make sure it's talking about ignoring the warning signs. Ignoring the warning signs for what? For the Libra. That seems significant. It's not the warning signs, it's ignoring the street sign, right? Some of you guys are so like flight, fight, or freeze. You're in such survivor mode that you've frozen. Some of you guys, this is not going to be for everybody, but for some of you guys, there's opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves, like for collaboration or a new job or a new promotion or a new project or a new boo or a new friendship or a new location. And the analysis paralysis is hitting really hard. Like, I'm afraid to move forward. And it's not purposeful. It's just a nervous system that's out of whack. Essentially what I'm seeing is a green light. Like it's a long green light. Like the universe is leaving this portal open for you, but don't stay stuck. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the right size. You don't have to have the right look. You don't have to have the right clothes. You don't have to have the right accent. You don't have to have the right degree, but what you have to have is determination. And I want to continue to invest in your own growth, Libra. It doesn't matter what your story was. It doesn't matter what you came from. Everybody deserves happiness and joy and peace. And sometimes that might mean that shit doesn't always go your way. But again, you're better equipped to handle those situations when they don't go your way. Look at this, the Ace of Wands. I feel I'm talking to a Libra that, like, come hell or high water, 5 of Wands in the upright. You might have to go against some people in your family. You might have to go against the narrative that you told yourself. You might have to go against the grain. You might have to be the contrast. You might have to become the black sheep, if you will. But I do feel like you're going to be taking the steps towards this new journey. All right. The Hangman, there could be something that shifts your perspective. The King of Cups in the upright, it could be love. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. It could be love. It could be the lack of love. You might find yourself being a little bit more cutthroat when it comes to loving connections. Meaning, if we're not aligned, I have no issue saying no to you. You might be telling somebody that in the next week, Libra. Yeah, I don't think we see eye to eye. I don't think we're going to grow together. And I don't think I have room for you in my new chapter, right? For the Libra. I'm going to give you some advice. You're going to get some pep in your step. You're going to get the motivation to move through, to keep going. It's like you've opened the door to this new portal and immediately you see like some hills or some hurdles that you have to go through and you're like, no, I don't want, no, shit. Where's the easy door? But there is no other door. This is your door, Libra. Again, you have the tools you need to overcome. You have the experience you need to overcome. The Page of Cups in the reverse. Don't let the immediate obstacle in this new chapter turn you around. Keep going. Because what's back there is immaturity. What's right there is your mature self calling you. Your future self calling you. Does that make sense? I hope so, because I'm not saying it again. I love you guys so very much. I've got a lot of Libra in my chart, guys. I got a whole hell of a lot of Libra in my chart. I got so many Libra placements. So if anybody's got empathy, it's for you. It's me. I just don't want you to stay stuck. I'm not going to do it. All right. Don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe on your way out. Love you guys. Let's move on. We talking to the Scorpios now. We talking to the Scorpios, sun, moon, and rising. Scorpio, come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. I'm shuffling my postcards because we're going to start with a postcard reading for you, for your greatest and highest good. What energy is coming towards the Scorpios? You want this card? Okay. Washington Monument, cherry blossoms, and I don't know what this thing is called. What is that thing called in Washington, D.C.? Oh, it's called the Washington Monument. You got it from the beginning. You want to know why? Because it literally says that at the bottom. I am a Scorpio rising. I belong here. I have this Scorpio. I feel like everything I'm about to tell you is pertinent to today's reading for you, Scorpio. So sit down, grab some tea. Cheers. Let's talk about this. What's coming towards you for your greatest and highest good? So I'm a Scorpio rising, but I was kind of seeing this Scorpio guy years and years, like years ago, like over 20 years ago. And he had made a comment one day because I would do stuff like that, what I just did. And he was like, I like you. And then he said something about like being ditzy. He was like, it was kind of like, it was one of those compliments that was like not a compliment, but I'm bad at giving compliments, so I didn't think anything of it. But it's something that obviously stuck with me because here I am over 20 years later remembering that he said that, because I'm not a ditzy person, but sometimes I'll do silly stuff and it might present as that. So I don't know if that's confirmation for you guys. Like maybe you might be dating somebody or around somebody and you're a goofball and they're not taking you seriously, and you're like, wait, I want you to take me seriously, cracking jokes or whatever. And whomever this person is might be like a stoic type person, or, you know, like an earth sign, or have heavy earth in their chart, maybe Capricorn, Virgo, maybe not a Taurus so much, but who knows. And you're like, no. Retract last. Let me start again. Do I get a mulligan? Like, I'm really smart. I promise you. Now I'm getting that one movie with that girl. She's a lawyer, Reese Witherspoon. So I don't know if that's a confirmation for you guys. Hold on, let me take a sip of this. All of that literally off of this Washington, D.C., Washington Monument thing. I think everything else that's on here is really more of, oh, no, there's more to it. I get it. So I was visiting D.C., again, well over 20 years ago, and they had cleaned out this like waterway here. And it was, well, I don't know if it is this one, but it might have been another one. I think it might have been the one that approaches that Lincoln Memorial. They had cleaned it out. And this whole time, my whole life, I'm not from DC, but my whole life I thought it was like an actual river. But it was just like a man-made waterway, and they clean it out because of all the gook that gets on the bottom of it, from like the ducks and just like algae and stuff. And I'm kind of getting that you're saying, no, there's more to me. I have more depth. I'm not shallow. And the reason why I know this, and this is me talking on your behalf, if this is your story, you'll know it. And the reason why I know this is because I've done a deep dive on myself. I know that there's more than meets the surface. I just present as a fun and happy person. It's like this idea of you wanting somebody to take you seriously. And I'm not getting like a begging or anything, you know, but for whomever this is, I think for whomever I'm talking to on the other side of this Scorpio reading, whoever it is that this is in your life, you want them to take you seriously. It could be a job, it could be a person, it could be a potential love prospect. I mean, part of it could be ego. Yeah, part of it could be ego. But then also, you know, if it's a job on the line, you want them to understand that there's more to you than meets the eye, you know, that you can bring more to the table. Just give me an opportunity, right? Let's see if there's any numbers. The number 70 is sticking out to me, 95, 27. 85. So fives, the number 5. Leo could be significant at that point. You guys could be wanting to put yourself out for some of you guys, not for all of you guys. No, that's why. Okay, I'm going to stop repeating myself, but take it as it resonates. Like 5th house energy could be significant, meaning like wanting to put yourself out there. You know, it could be like an audition for somebody in the house. Like, can I try again? I know I can do better, right? All right, let me see if I see anything else in here for the Scorpio. All right, let's see what we have coming towards the Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. What do we have coming towards the Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising for their greatest and highest good? The Magician, you might be getting that second chance you wanted, that mulligan. Let's see here. The 9 of Swords, nothing to state. Anxiety is definitely playing a role. You know, this could be as simple as you meeting somebody that you're attracted to, and then you say something like that you would deem as stupid, like you put your foot in your mouth, and you're like, oh my god, like, you know, you're at the kitchen sink washing your dishes, like replaying the conversation, like, oh, I can't believe it's something. I like your mustache, right? Like, it's something like that. It's something like that. I am not a ditz. The 7 of Wands. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Wands. So confidence, it's like you trying to tell yourself, it's like having a pep talk with yourself. Like, no, listen, we don't have, okay. It's your inner narrative. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. It would have been nice if I wouldn't have put my foot in my mouth, but I did it. I said it anyways. And it's also this your inner voice is telling you, or I'm getting Gemini cricket, like you're letting your conscience be your guide and saying, but then if they don't accept you being silly and funny, or even let's say you're like the type of Scorpio that's all the way on the other side, that's not silly and funny, and you're the stoic one, and the other person is silly and funny, and you haven't been able to show them that side. Maybe you haven't felt comfortable showing them that side yet. Your inner narrative is telling you, like, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel comfortable. You're not going to bend your personality anymore. And I'm getting that for you, like having to grow into, I'm not going to shrink anymore. I'm not going to be a chameleon anymore. I'm not going to change. This is who I am. Accept me or don't. For the Scorpio. Look at that. The performance, for those of you guys who are Scorpios who feel like you have to perform, the performance is coming to an end. Like, in order to be accepted. Take me as I am. Take all of me. The Hermit in the reverse. The 5 of Swords in the reverse. And then the Knight of Wands. Side message, if this is a love situation, you might be approaching this person and saying, I have a confession to make. I like you. And maybe you've convinced yourself, well, that's why I'm acting goofy around this person. I don't know, like, I have butterflies in my stomach. Tell me about this 5 of Swords in the reverse, please. The 2 of Wands. Give me a little bit more on that. The 5 of Wands in the reverse. I hope you guys aren't seeing that. The Hangman in the upright, because I'm getting a lot of reflection, so I apologize. The King of Wands in the reverse. You know what I'm getting, Scorpio? Let me know in the comments down below. But I'm getting that you have had a person in your life that was the main reason why you felt like you needed to edit yourself. Like a love partner, romantic situationship, friends with benefits, where you weren't comfortable being yourself. Fast forward to now, and you're getting a little bit more comfortable in the footing of self, but you might have found a new person that you're attracted to, and the first thing you wanted to do was edit and your conscious comes forward and says, no, we're not doing that again. That's how we know if this is our person or not. Or even if it's a job, no, we're not editing again. If they can't accept our art the way it is, or our performance the way it is, or what we bring to the table, then we don't edit ourselves. We're not making the same mistake again. And I feel like there's one particular person for you, Scorpio, that just really put that old narrative, that old storyline in you. And you're trying to heal from that and overcome that this week. You might be presented with the opportunity to show all parts of you unapologetically. Advice for the Scorpio in this energy. The Four of Swords in the reverse. Listen, if you go through your entire life having to perform, you're going to reach a point of burnout. And you will get to the point where you've had to embody this whole other persona that's outside of yours, and you will never get the opportunity to learn who you truly are and let that shine. The longer and longer you stay in connections, places where your true authentic self isn't being honored, the more and more disconnected and overstressed you become. And that leads to all types of exhaustion, chronic things. So let's overcome this week. Let's baby steps, even Scorpio, baby steps. All right. I pray that reached you with an open heart and open mind, and it's going to help you out. Gave you a little bit of clarity and confirmation, Scorpio. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Until next time, let's move on. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, I gotta get a drink. I'm doing a Sagittarius reading, which means I must hydrate. If you feel called to put the new timestamp down below, go ahead. I didn't note it, so you let me know. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what we have. Overarching energy for you, for your greatest and highest good. Spirit, lead me to the card that I need for the Sagittarius in the middle. All right, here we go. For the Sagittarius, Baltimore, Be More, Orioles. Baltimore, East Coast could be significant. Baltimore itself. Maryland could be significant. Crabs could be significant for you. Pirates can be significant for you. Who are we talking about? A cruise ship could be significant for you. A trip could be significant. A voyage for the Sagittarius. This is the Inner Harbor, Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Been here several times. The number 19 is coming up for you. Uh, 2021 is coming up for you as well. The Sun card, Leo energy. Path is being illuminated for Sagittarius. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else is on this card for you guys. The bowsprit of the historic Chesapeake Bay skipjack, Bigsby, frames this late afternoon view of Baltimore's Inner Harbor, an important seaport since colonial times. Baltimore grew around its fine natural harbor along the whatever the P word is, river, just off of Chesapeake Bay. If you're from Baltimore and I just murdered the name of this river, I don't know what to tell you, boo. Canada could also be significant as well. I'm really getting you for the Sagittarius. Hold on, guys. An important seaport. An important seaport. What else do I see? Is the ESPN in the back? Hard Rock Cafe's in the back. The aquarium is in the back. No, ESPN was not built yet. So some of you guys could be sports fanatics. I just know that somewhere in this Inner Harbor back here in the back is a ESPN zone, I think it's called, but it's not there. I don't know, you guys could be foodies. There's I feel like you might be called to go on a trip for those Sagittarius with whom this story is for. And it's very significant. It's going to build the foundation for next steps for you. Could be called to move, and it's very significant. It's going to build the foundation for next steps for you. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, greatest and highest good. This Hermit in the reverse keeps coming out a lot. A lot of reverse Virgo energy for people, meaning not wanting to go internal anymore, not wanting to be alone anymore, not wanting to do it by yourself anymore, to have other voices, to have other people, to have another person to help support the journey of life, right? So some of you guys could be like everything I already said, but some of you guys could be wanting to start a new relationship or starting a new relationship, building a new foundation. That's the journey, moving into that, traveling into that new energy, right? The Four of Swords in the upright. I noticed that this is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. Yeah, you could be getting like a lot of your synchronistic communication, overhearing people. Your algorithm is slightly changed. A new commercial or advertisement on your social media or on the TV. ESPN keeps coming up, so I don't know if you're watching sports and there's an advertisement for like a specific place, or even a specific sports team in a specific location, and you're being called to go to that place. Sagittarius, because they know that you guys would be, for the most part, you guys would be up to trying to put together a travel to go to that place. And in that place, during that travel, you could receive information from that place that helps you build a stronger foundation for your future. That's kind of like long term. I don't feel like, for some of you guys, I don't feel like that's happening this week. But you might see, again, your algorithm change, and you might be seeing billboards or whatever that keep speaking to going into a different direction in your travels or your life. And these are meant to be synchronicities. These are meant to be signs and symbols from your higher self, your future self, your God, the universe. There's been a time of internal rest for you. Why is this Six of Pentacles coming up in the reverse for the Sagittarius, please? The King of Cups in the reverse. Some of you guys could have been dealing with a relationship that was either overly emotional, where somebody was using their emotions to manipulate the situation. How that could present could be somebody who shows no emotion, and then when you want to leave, then they start crying, and all of a sudden they're sad, and all of a sudden they love you, right? So that's like emotional manipulation. And for other you guys, it is like the complete lack of emotional support. You might be finding yourself eradicating that connection. Some of you guys, it's a family member, and you're looking at the situation, you're saying, and a family member could still be a spouse, so take it as it resonates, but I'm constantly giving to you. I'm constantly reaching out. I'm constantly calling. I'm constantly trying to see if you're okay. I'm constantly giving you money for those who do. And there's no reciprocation. So I need to cut you out of my life. Or you might not actually be saying that. Let me see a little bit more on this. And you might be saying that. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. For some of you guys, it's way worse than anything that I had already said. And if you're in that situation, then I pray you get the help you need, or the courage you need, or the clearance you need to get out of that situation. But I am picking up on Sagittarius either way back in the day, and it's a lingering energy, or here in your present energy, romantic connection or a familial connection that was highly toxic and highly abrasive, and definitely was the reason why you were going down a certain path in your life. But I do feel like are recovering from that. The Four of Swords and the upright. The sun is coming out. There's a sun in the corner here. The sun is coming out and your path is being illuminated. It's like spirit's literally picking you up and saying, we're not doing this anymore. Now we're doing this. And you listening to that. Give me a little bit more. I'll get another spread for the Sagittarius, please. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. The Death card in the reverse, so could be leaving behind a Scorpio. The Queen of Cups in the reverse, you could be leaving behind a Scorpio. This person could show up. This other person that you were dealing with could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, could be. Spiteful, potentially selfish, smothering kind of energy, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, the Five of Pentacles, going at it alone. But you're not alone. But I am picking up on a Sagittarius that's like, I'd rather be alone with my own woes than have to deal with you and yours. Or you imposing yours on me. Fear of change, though. Yeah, some of you guys could actually be married to this person with the Hierophant. But it's really asking, Spirit and the universe are really asking you to see this. See the potential manipulation or the potential lack of emotional support. And then make your decision based off of that for your greatest and highest good. Tell me a little bit more about, give me some information, some good information that could help Sagittarius. Maybe something that they don't see coming that could help Sagittarius. The Fool card in the reverse. It's going to continue to be the same thing over and over again until you show up differently, because this other person isn't going to change, Sagittarius. If that is something that you needed to hear, you only have control over yourself. You can lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Like all of those things, right? For the Sagittarius, right? And then I'm getting like gullible. Like, don't be gullible. It's the same tricks. It's like going to, watch a magic show in Vegas. Well, I don't know. No, I've never watched a magic show in Vegas, but it's like going to watch a magician and you watch him every Friday and he does the same tricks every Friday. And then being amazed that the rabbit came out of the hat, but you've literally watched the same magician every Friday. So why is there amazement? Like, why, for the Sagittarius that I'm talking to, my truthful and honest question to you is, why are you amazed every time this person doesn't change? Like, why are you amazed every time this person brings the same behavior to the table? Like, why are you amazed every time that this person goes back on their word? The pattern's always been there. You're an adult and I'm an adult, so you've got your own goals in your life. You already know what it is that you want to do in your life. I'm just telling you what the cards say, okay? I'm going to get you some advice. For those Sagittarius with whom this reading is for, can you please, for their greatest and highest good, help them, give them some advice, please? Thank you. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. You don't have to continue to invest in, you don't have to continue to take action towards something that's not helping you or growing you. You don't have to continue to show up in a nicer version of yourself or a stronger version of yourself. Like, just, you don't have to keep showing up. Watch what happens when you don't show up. And it's not a test to see if they'll come back, because they will, because you're the person that fills their voids, right? It's not a test of that. It's to finally, at some point, again, you're an adult, I'm an adult, but at some point, you're getting to that point, I think, Sagittarius, where you're going to allow yourself to prove to yourself that you can stop giving to this. All right. That's for the Sagittarius that needed to hear that story. I know that it wasn't an easy pill to swallow for those, again, who needed to hear that story. Let me know in the comments down below. If you're a Sagittarius, you've been through something like this, you've overcome something like this, definitely let those other folks in the comments down below who are going through it now or fighting against it now, tell them about your experience. If you feel comfortable, I mean, everybody do whatever you want to do, but if you feel comfortable sharing your testimony, I would say that right now is a good time too. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. If you want to work with me in any capacity, Sagittarius, that information is down below. All right, let's move on. Much love to you, my Capricorns, my sea goats. Capricorn, come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. I'm using these postcards as a form of divination. Yes, I am. Trying to get your overarching energy. If you see a symbol or you see a picture on here that resonates with you, feel free to pause it, ask your guides, or ask yourself. Use your own intuition to try to figure out if this is confirmation for you or what. What is it that they were trying to tell you? All right, for the Capricorn collective, sun, moon, and rising, what is it that you're trying to bring forward for their greatest and highest good? This one, this one, this one. This one, this one. Ooh, this is pretty. I don't know if Capricorn you're dealing with the Scorpio, but there's eyes. There's a gateway to somebody's soul that you're looking into, Capricorn, or they're looking into you. Maybe you're guarded. Let me know in the comments down below, Capricorn, if I'm getting this energy of you being guarded because you find yourself intertangled with somebody who sees your depth. And I feel like you're like, stop looking at me. It's a highly intuitive person who sees your layers. And I don't think you're ready for them to see your layers. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, a Cancer, but whichever Capricorn I'm talking to, there's somebody that sees you, or there's something about the eye contact, and it's like, it's almost like a person who's energetically in your space, and you're like, bro, can you take a step back? Let me see what else I get from here. So eyes are significant, ojos significant. Traditional lady with mask. Memories of Arabia. This is from Dubai. I would have got this from Abu Dhabi, but the card is from Dubai in UAE. 28 keeps coming up, so I'm going to say it every time I see it. The number 14, the number 11, and the number 17 could be confirmation for you, Capricorn. What is going on for the Capricorn? This is a gorgeous card. I'm going to get this framed. I'm going to get the larger version of this, and I'm going to get this framed. That's gorgeous. All right, for the Capricorns. I used to have a picture like that, but the 10 of Pentacles. Let's get pentacles. Pentacles. I want to get pentacles. Maybe this person is looking at you like, maybe we can get some pentacles together, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be a love reading. It could be somebody seeing you for your potential, working with you, collaborating with you. All right. Let's see here. The Magician in the reverse. This is why I've seen you like, no, no, I don't know if I'm ready for this. The 5 of Wands. I don't know if I want to work with somebody, because every time I try to work with somebody, it doesn't work out. And then at the bottom of the deck for the Capricorn, the Page of Pentacles. You could be, uh-oh, my clock. Did my clock stop? My clock made a really weird sound as soon as it's 4:30. It's actually 4:29, 4:28. That's 4:29. 4 and 2, 9 could be significant. So April 29th. That's like, would that be Taurus energy? Let me know if that was significant for somebody, but it definitely, either the 28th or the 29th. All right. It just made a sound, so I got to call it out. Collaborating. You're already talking to this person. Page of Pentacles. It's already a shock to you that you're talking to this person, but you're not quite ready to Again, they're in your energetic space. And then I'm getting, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I tried that love thing for the last time. My heart says no, no. Capricorn. The Six of Cups. Yeah, as I look over my life and my relationships, I kind of just like to keep it over there. If I want to pull on a happy memory, I'll grab a happy memory. But I really don't want... I just get this Capricorn that's like so protective over your space and your future. You're just like, I'll do fine on my own. If I need to reminisce, I'll reminisce. If I need, if I need a certain memory to help me do a certain thing, I already have memories. Do you know what I'm saying? I already have memories. I don't need anybody new. Get out of here. Oh, the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. I always feel like she's always studying me. Whoever this male or female, whoever this person is, they are studying you, Capricorn. I love how specific this is. No, get away. 8 of Wands. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Stop emailing me. Stop texting me. I don't want to talk about a future together. I don't want to. This is like an unpropositioned person that just poof, popped up in your life. It's like a damn telemarketer. Hey Capricorn, I've been trying to reach you about your car insurance. So what is it called? Capricorn, I'm so glad you're here. I've been looking for somebody to help me with this stage in my life. And you're like, me? No. At the bottom of the deck, the 7 of Swords. I'm getting a Capricorn that's like, I can do fine on my own. Why are you here? Why is this person presenting themselves for Capricorn? For Capricorn's greatest and highest good. Why is this person presenting themselves? The 5 of Pentacles, to get you out of being alone. You're fine by your own, but some of you guys, this is to help you grow your money. 10 of Pentacles. Could be a work collaboration. I feel like I'm talking to a Capricorn that almost like Cancer. But I feel like I'm talking to a Capricorn that has a hard time asking for help. And Spirit's like, yeah, we already know you have a hard time asking for help. That's why we just put this Queen of Wands poof right on your path. And you can't ignore this person. Why are you always looking at me? They're always there now, whoever this person is. There's an annoyance between you and this person, right? For the Capricorn, where is this? The next 7 days, where is this supposed to go for the Capricorn's greatest and highest good? Or what might the Capricorn see between themselves and this Queen of Wands? The Empress in the reverse. The Justice in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright. And then the 9 of Swords in the upright. Fear. You might say, like, let's say this person says, hey Capricorn, did you want to get some drinks so that we can talk about the blah, blah, blah project or whatever? You might say, no, thank you. I don't want to do that because, and then make an excuse. I'm busy. You might not respond back to this person's text messages or phone calls in a timely manner. And it could be because you're distracted, but then it also could be so that you don't seem like you really want to talk to them. I do feel like you're slowly putting up a wall, trying to protect yourself from this person. I feel like for the Capricorn that I'm talking to, there's an opportunity that's presenting. Oh, wait, did I pick this up in your love reading? So this could be, I think I picked up something like this in your love reading. And I feel like I've been tapping into energy like this for you, Capricorn. And it's okay. Some of the most absolute wonderful people in my life are Capricorn, and I can see them throughout the years going into this energy and then coming out and then going back in and then coming out. So I get it. Highly protective peoples. But Spirit doesn't want you to have to go at it alone. The responsibility doesn't have to remain fully on your shoulders. And with the 10 of Pentacles coming out, with this 5 of Pentacles as well coming out when I say, so why is this person here? Like, 2 is better than 1 when it comes to life. And then when it comes to opportunity for monetary growth, I feel like this person is here to help you in more than one facet of your life. So potential power couple kind of dynamic. Potential. But you would have to be the one to be open to the partnership, whatever this is for you. At the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Swords. Yeah, you're coming to this space, number 1, not feeling ready, but then number 2, still kind of trying to recover from the past. I get it. I understand. They're going to keep knocking. And they're going to keep looking at you. Just so that you know, I brought this up already before. They're not going to go away. This person or this opportunity was meant to be put on your path so that you can grow. All right? Advice. Advice for the Capricorn's greatest and highest good. The Chariot. You know, what you don't see coming is that you might actually take their hand, or you might actually take the call, or you might actually go on a business lunch with this person, have the discussion, and things might be surprisingly peaceful. Capricorn, let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna let you see her eyes one more time. All right. Just Capricorn's like, I know they're everywhere I go. I always keep running into this person. Capricorn, I pray that provided you with the clarity that you needed. Maybe you can make sense of it now. All right. And I hope that helped you. Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. I love you. Let's move on. Aquarius. Aquarius and Aquarius placements, meaning sun, moon, and rising. This is a reading for your greatest and highest good. Taking a look at overarching energy for you, just so you can be aware of what is coming towards you. Maybe receive some confirmation or a sign that you've been hoping for. All right, so for the Aquarius, open heart, open mind. Aquarius, don't force anything. If the roles need to be reversed, reverse it. Where do you want me to go? To the back. Here? Okay. Oh, this card. This is a card of disappointment. I got this card. I don't know when I got this card. Texas could be significant. 45 could be significant. 23 is coming up twice. So 55 also could be significant for the Aquarius. The name John is on this card. In Irvine, Texas. All right, so literally it says, my friend went to Texas and all I got was this lousy postcard. It's just a card of disappointment. Like, you expecting somebody to have something for you and they don't have it. It's missing a deliverable, you know, if this is work or something. If this is a partnership or a marriage or something like that, you like just expect it more, want it more, and you're not getting it. And it's frustrating you. All right. For the Aquarius, the 2 of Swords just flew out with the, okay, so you have an opportunity. Tony, I don't know if Tony is significant, but you have an opportunity, Aquarius, to let this whole thing go, release it, like with this 6 of Wands in the reverse, this Devil card in the reverse, and then this 2 of Swords in the upright. But I feel like the Aquarius that I'm talking to is feeling a little defeated in the how. How can I over you? Like I said, you can overcome this, and to me, you're saying how, Shani, how? Like there's a pessimism, there's a lack, and there's an attitude a little bit, right? How can I overcome it, Shani? Do you even know what this feels like? Well, I do. I've experienced quite a lot of life. I know I don't look like it because I still choose joy. I choose intentional healing, and I choose to overcome. And then when you're faced, like right in your face with somebody letting you down, it's hard to zoom out and see how anything could be positive, or even have the energy to search for the silver lining. But there is an opportunity to let this go, and there is an opportunity to accept the defeat. But you're in this Two of Swords energy, which is feeling stuck in the middle of seeing it, addressing it, going through it, releasing it, or just not seeing it and staying disappointed, right? Take it as it resonates. If the roles need to be reversed, reverse it. For the Aquarius, what do we got? The Knight of Cups in the reverse. A lot of you guys, this is a relationship. Heartbroken, making you moody, which is why I feel you taking it out on me a little bit. It's okay. My energy is protected. I'm protected. I'm a big girl. So I can handle it. I get it. But I also get, like, when you're angry about something, when you look up, all you feel is rage. So I get it. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. Release is still here. There's an opportunity for you to release and find your own freedom, but you got to face your fears. And for you, the fear is taking the blindfold off and addressing the actual narrative, not just the story that you might have been telling yourself up to this point. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. And then the Queen of Swords. So this could be somebody that broke it off with you, Aquarius. The Queen of Swords does that sometimes. This whole thing could be you breaking it off with somebody else and then them not seeing, like, why did you do that, Aquarius? Like, why would you break it off with me? That's why I say take the roles take it as it resonates. Like, this could be somebody arguing facts with you because from their perspective, they don't agree that this needs to end. But again, whichever one of those scenarios is yours, as long as you show up and face your fears of seeing it for what it really is, and then processing and working through it to find a healthy resolution for yourself, then it's going to continue to spin and spiral. Or you will continue to spin and spiral. Somebody might have already walked away and they're not spinning and spiraling. They are thinking through it, but they're not spinning and spiraling. I feel like I was going to tell you something else, but then I lost that train of thought. So let's get another line of cards for the Aquarius, please. The King of Wands in the reverse, Aries, Leo, Sag. The Three of Cups in the reverse. The Lovers in the the Two of Cups in the upright. And then the Two of Wands in the reverse. Stuck at home, feeling betrayed, having nothing but nasty thoughts about this person, how they did you wrong because you thought that y'all were going to be together forever. Take it as it resonates. If the roles need to be reversed, reverse it, because I can understand how this could rub somebody the wrong way if this isn't my story. And if I'm triggering you, the way that I read my cards or just my energy, I would say just click off. It's fine. It's fine. But if you're willing to stay and listen to this, then, I might be talking to cross-watchers more than anything. And if that's the case, then this can give you the confirmation. If you're a cross-watcher, then you're coming up as the Queen of Swords. So process through your experience. Go to therapy, get some help, get some coaching. Because there's some negativity here. It's pretty bad, and I don't want it to stick on you. But their transformation... If you're a cross-watcher or the roles need to be reversed, transformation is here with all of these butterflies. Butterflies could be significant for you. We got yellow. Oh, it's your whole entire chakra system. We've got yellow, purple, some mauve kind of color, and then green. So it's like all of this. You can heal from it is basically what I'm saying. For whomever this is. I can't tell if I'm talking to the Aquarius and dealing with an Aquarius, if I'm talking to the Aquarius that's an antagonist or the Aquarius that's the protagonist. I honestly don't want to dive much deeper to try to find that out. It's my reading. And there's a lot of negativity here. There really and honestly is. Let me get you some advice. For everyone's greatest and highest good, advice for the Aquarius watching, please. For everyone's greatest and highest good, advice. The Magician. Release is possible. Overcoming this is possible. Healing from this is possible. Becoming more in sync with a healthier version of viewing this is possible. Alchemizing this is possible. Alchemizing it and healing, when you hear that, you have to understand that sometimes that means healing enough, becoming aware enough that what is going to be better for you is releasing this. And sometimes it means healing enough to be able to approach this other person with self-awareness and accountability to say, okay, now I see where you're coming from. Can we work on this together? I'm ready to commit to a positive outcome for us, right? So it could be either way. But you've got to have the desire and the willpower. So advice is choose healing of self, choose self-awareness, choose accountability, and the healthy outcome will choose you. I know that from experience. I pray that that helps somebody, and please let me know in the comments down below. I pray that that helps somebody. Much love. I pray for healing and clarity for whomever it is that's watching this, called to this reading. I love you guys. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe on the way out. Mwah. Let's move on. Okay, for the Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. I've been singing the last three. For the Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I don't know if you sing, but I sing. I'm the type of person that sings probably way too much. I'm the type of person in the car ride that sings literally every song. Lyrics are my thing. So let me know if I'm tapping in on your energy too, Pisces, if lyrics are your thing. All right, let's see. For the Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, overarching energy that the Pisces needs to be aware of. All right, right in front. Okay, what do we got for you right in front? It's like a violin case. I was talking about music. Let me know if this is synchronistic for you. It's Airwalk, and these are shoes. So I don't know if you're also a music head and a sneaker head, a musician who has this really cool sort of, I don't know, thing about you. Maybe black, wearing black could be significant. But Airwalk, Gemini season, a lot of downloads for you, Pisces, a lot of shifts for you as well. Becoming the master of your own domain, the master of mastering your thoughts, mastering, being centered and grounded, mastering your body, mastering an instrument. I don't finding a new aesthetic for yourself that makes more sense for yourself, finding that rare pair of kicks. Let's see here. 1994 could be significant for some of you guys. I've had this card for a really long time. I feel like I've had this card since the early 90s. Maybe 1994, who knows? I don't know if some of you guys work in advertising and marketing, Pisces. A picnic could be significant, or if you don't want to use that term, eating on the lawn or eating out at a park could be significant. Eating outside could be significant. Yeah, but this Gemini season right now is very significant for you, your mindset change, for your clarity. For Pisces, what is coming towards the Pisces that they need to be most aware of for their greatest and highest good? The Ace of Cups in the reverse. I'm sorry. The Four of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse. You might have looked at somebody that you thought was going to be the new love prospect, and you're like, okay, no, you're not going to make the cut. You're not even going to make... No, we're not even going to do this. We're not even going to dance. You might have saved your own self from a a love connection that maybe initially you thought was going to be good, but you found there was a healthy level of delusion in that. Spotting that, noticing that. Four of Cups in the reverse. Having a positive outlook, still being open to the excitement of the future, the Lover's card. It's almost like Pisces was told, let that go. No, that person's not going to last. They're not going to be aligned with you. They're not aligned with you. Their values are shit compared to yours. They're just not good enough. They're not quite the right match. Thank God you listened to that, because here comes the Lovers. As I'm pointing that out, please, oh God, YouTube, don't get mad at me, because they were both very, very naked in that card. My goodness. Oh, here we go. Another naked person. The Star card. I said some of you guys could be performers, right? But the thing is that, like, it's like a wish and a dream. Like, it's like, okay, so, all right, Spirit, you're telling me to leave this person alone. I'm listening to you. So where's the bigger, better, healthier coming through for me? The Five of Wands in the reverse. It's a good thing you let this person go, because they have a hard time. They would have had a hard time with conflict and the resolution of conflict, whatever that means for you. But there's still a shift. Hold on, let me talk about this. Let me get it a little bit more. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Good. So if you needed confirmation is there that was a right choice to let that person go, because of the disharmony, and because of the lack of being able to resolve conflict. All right. You've got battle fatigue dealing with that person, or just dealing with, you might just be tired in general, Pisces. But the good thing is that the Star card is here. So you might, and the Four of Cups is here in the reverse. So the outlook is still positive. Here we go. The Hierophant in the reverse. That's a divorce or a separation. The King of Swords in the reverse, again, was somebody who just, it keeps wanting to talk about this person. The emotional depth, they wouldn't have matched you emotionally, is the thing that you need to understand. And then for some of you guys, they might have been holding a brutality from you. You know what I mean? Like, this person, you would know what I mean if this is your story. There's a controlling nature with this person. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you're waking up, in the upright. So you're waking up to what that connection is for you. And then the Page of Swords. Okay, so you're not quite on the trajectory of the Pisces that I'm talking to, of picking up like a new love. There is a better match that's floating around for you, Pisces. I think what you're doing is, over this next 7 days, is kind of coming to terms with what you might have said to this person, or blocking this person, or walking away from this person, or filing, separation, and leaning very heavily on your personal belief that there has to be healthier out there, that there has to be more stable out there, and just really standing true in that energy. All right, for the Pisces. I feel like I'm going to get you like another line of cards. So what else is coming towards the Pisces for their greatest and highest good, please? The Ten of Pentacles, a more peaceful family life where you get to be in control. You get to be the one that talks about the comings and the goings and the money, and people are happier and peaceful now that this potential tyrannical person isn't there, or that this is just telling you, like, your home life is going to be peaceful now that you're not stretched so thin or worried, right, as much. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and then at the bottom of the deck, the Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, it literally says ignoring the call. So if you haven't blocked this other person, or if you, maybe you should if you can. And if you're going through like a legal thing, I'm not a legal advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm getting for the cards. You need to use your own discernment. Like, this is an adult conversation. But what I'm seeing in the cards, Pisces, is if you could like direct that person's phone calls to your lawyer, that would be so much more, that would be just so much less stress that you'd have to deal with, instead of taking these people's calls and stuff. And if this is like not a legal situation, and you haven't had to hire a lawyer, but you're just separated from this person, then like don't engage. I feel like this person might want to come back. Like with this Knight of Swords here. But you're already made up your mind. You're already like 10 toes deep in, I want a peaceful household. I have an idea for my future. Like you if you've already told this person what you want for your future, if they come back this week, Pisces, and they try to say, but what about us? Then you might be at the point where you're like totally woken up to their tricks, if you will. And there's really no conversation. Because you already know which direction you want to go. You already know what your future should look like and what you deserve. Advice for the Pisces, please. The Page of Cups in the reverse. This person was always going to show up with just enough. But it was never going to be exactly what you deserve. Take it as it resonates, Pisces. Let me know in the comments down below. Remember, this is an adult conversation, so you get to use your own discernment, your own experiences in life, and your own intuition to make your own decisions. Just what the cards say. I love you, Pisces. Until next time. Bye.